What's up, guys? All right, so I'm gonna try to make this one very quick because this one happened like pretty fast. So you this morning was the only one that kind of looked good. Everything else wasn't really close to go time. Actually, this one wasn't close to go time. But if you know how to read charts, you can kind of understand support and resistance. You know support and resistance. You got to learn support and resistance basically. So I could see this is resistance, right? It climbed up to this high, started bouncing. It bounced right around this area. So you could see this is a good support before it went back up. And then it broke through support, went all the way down, and then tried to climb back up. Support always becomes resistance once it goes below support, right? So now you could see this now is a resistance. So now I'm watching this thing right around here. I could see again it touches this area again, that same area, that 1250 area. So that's why I drew this line right there because I knew that 1250 area would have been a good spot. Once it breaks above, it may end up going back up to this resistance because this is the new resistance. Because uh, once support is broken, then support becomes resistance, right? So that's basically how it works. This is this is support. Once it's broken, it becomes resistance, and then over here, once resistance is broken, it becomes support. So I was waiting for it to break this section there. As soon as it breaks, I'm jumping in, and as you guys can see, let's go over here. So this is this morning in my chat group. So this was 9:29 a.m. I'm letting everyone know. You can see at 9:29 a.m. You over that 1250 area. Ride to go time. As you guys know, go time is the green line. So I was going to basically ride it to go time if it's strong. And I told everyone nothing else is looking amazing. So obviously, this is not an A quality setup. This is not a setup that I typically trade. But when there's nothing else and this is the top gainer, that's the one I'm going to go with, right? So you got to take some risks sometimes. Um, and as you can see at 9:30, I was sending them the target area where I'm going to jump in, and then at 9:32, right? This is 1 minute and this is another minute. As soon as it broke over here, I actually got a bad fill because I was trying to get filled at 1250. I jumped in and I got filled at like let me see, look at my fill. I actually got filled at 1280, but because it was strong and because I trust the strategy, it went up and I took a win very quick. As you guys know, I'm always trying to take 35 to 45 cents with 4,000 shares, and that's my daily goal. I'm done for the day. 1,000 is my daily goal, and I try to hit 1,000 every day. Other than that, I'm going home. If I hit my goal early, there's no need for me to stay because you guys got to understand this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. I am not trying to make $1 million in one day. So we don't need to make $1 million in one day. We are going to have some good days though. Like yesterday, if you look on ACY, we cleaned up. ACY was trading right around $6 pre-market. And then once the bell rang, look at this. I'm taking all these trades, and this thing went up to $38 from $6 to $38. We're going to have days that we do have big days, but then it's not common. Just remember, trading is very risky. You can lose money if you don't know what you're doing or if you don't have a solid strategy. I pick one strategy, and that's all I mastered. I do the same thing basically every day. You guys can look at most of my charts; they all pretty much look the same. Um, every now and then I'll do something different. Like I don't normally short stocks, but every now and then I will. Like today, I never jump in unless it breaks over go time. You can see the green line right there is go time. That's basically when I'm trading. But sometimes when there's nothing, like a day like today, but there is one strong stock, of course I'm gonna take that risk. So this was way below go time. You can see go time is at 1439 over here, 1439, and sometimes when there's nothing else, you're gonna have to look at a different strategy. I know one strategy and I mastered one strategy. All you need is one strategy and you need to master that one strategy. But it's also good to know other strategies for days like this when there's nothing else available. Okay? So I can see the scanner is going crazy right now with trade ideas. And of course, you guys know trade ideas. Look, MOSY is going crazy right now, and I do not feel like jumping into any trades. You can see it's telling me MOSI, MOSY, MOSY, MOSY. So it's telling me MOSY is making big moves. So I'm not going to trade because I already hit my goal. But as you guys can see, pre-market, UUU is number one. It was up 200, almost 300%. So it's strong. Anything over 100% is strong. And as you can see, today's a pretty good day. There's a few stocks over 100% moves. And all the other ones were, I mean, there's some days that there's nothing above 10%. Like, look at MOSY, 8.4% pre-market. 8.4%. You see what I'm saying? So there are days everything's under 10%, but today and yesterday, it's been a very strong couple days. So I'm going to take advantage and, capitalize. All right, so let's go back to what I was saying. So basically, I can see this area right here is a good support resistance type area because right here it showed good support. Over here, it showed very good resistance. Over here again, resistance. And I was waiting for it to break this resistance area. And once it breaks through that 1250 area, I hit my hotkey. Let's zoom in a little bit. I hit my hotkey. I got a really bad feel. I tried to jump in at the 1250 area, and I got a bad feel. I got filled at 1280. You can see I got filled at 1280, and then as soon as it popped up, I was selling and taking profits. Now let me play this short video here so you guys can see actually how it happened. Okay, so let's hit play. So right now, I already told the group where I'm jumping in. I already have my line set up. As soon as it pops above this line, that's when I'm jumping in. I was hitting my keys. You can see how it happened late. You see that? Let me show you guys again. Look at this. I'm waiting for it to hit the 1250. I hit my hotkey as soon as it's right there. And look, I got filled a little bit late. And, sometimes you get bad fills. It is what it is. But as long as it stays above this line, I'm good. As long as it stays above the 1250, I'm good. So now it's moving up slowly. It's moving up slowly. So I'm waiting for it to break that $13. It broke, and I'm selling right there. And that was it. $1,400. That's it in 2 minutes. So let's rewind that one more time. You guys can see. Look, gave me a bad fill. Sometimes that happens. And then as soon as I'm waiting for it to, break that $13 mark. And as soon as it broke, I'm selling because all I need is 35 to 45 cents. Boom, and I'm out. All right, so I got my 35 cents, and I'm done. And I take a screenshot, and then I send it off to the group. And that's it. All right, guys. Hope you guys got some value out of this one. Support and resistance. Try to learn support and resistance because it does help to know support and resistance because this is good support right there. This is good resistance. You can see third time's always a charm. This is one attempt. This is two attempt. The third one always almost breaks through. And if it doesn't, be quick to sell because it's going to slam all the way back down. Okay. So that's how I do it. And as you can see, it popped up and then it failed on this candle. And I guess it slammed back down. Let's see here. 1 second. Oh, this thing is still halted, huh? Wow. See? And this is another thing, like lately a lot you gotta like kind of see what the market is doing because yesterday ACY, it got halted for hours and hours and hours and hours, and it opened up way lower. And I'm sure a lot of people paid a heavy price for hanging on to it. Me, once I there was another stock too yesterday. There was another one. I forget the other one, but it was also halted for like hours. So now recognizing that these stocks are getting halted for hours, you don't want to be stuck in a halt. You know, like, normally the first halt is good, second halt is good, third one I'm never caught in the third one, but um um I mean, if you're seeing the same thing happen over and over and over, just don't, you know, change it up. Don't get caught. So I changed it up. I was not trying to get caught up. And you can see when it's about to halt, this starts turning gray. Um, and it shows you the area where it's going to get halted on level 2 over here. But yeah, as soon as I jumped in, I saw that the halt level was coming up. I sold real quick and took my profit. All I needed is 35, 45 cents anyways. And I got that. I got 35 cents on the nose. And that was it for me. 1,400 bucks. And I'm done for the day. 2 minutes of my time. And the rest of the day, I get to enjoy with my family. For me, this, let's see something real quick, RHE. You see how this is turning gray, the LU level? This is the halt level. You can see at 380. That's the halt level. See, it went back down. So that's how you kind of see where the halt levels are. Okay, that's level 2. All right, so MOSY is making some moves again, huh? Let's look at MOSY. MOSY. See, the scanner right here is telling me MOSY. And again, Tradeideas is the best scanner in the world. If you guys want how I have this set up, sign up to Tradeideas, and I'll hook you up with my settings. But you can see it's telling me MOSY is making a move. It's making new highs. So you can see it's popping up. This is something I would want to jump into if it's making new highs. I'd wait for a pullback like it's pulling back right now. Once it goes back over the 350 area, I'd be jumping back in. That's the way I would play that move. But let's see. Yeah, so basically that's it. I'm not going to keep this too long. Well, he's going back over the 350 area. See, it's not that strong. It's not that strong. All right, so let's go back to UUU. But that was it. That was it. Just jumped in here, jumped out there. I knew when to jump in based on support and resistance. Again, normally I'm never trading below go time, but days like this when there's nothing else and it's the top gainer, of course I'm gonna look at it. All right, so that's about it for today. Hope you guys got some value out of this one, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I know my videos are like all over the place sometimes because I just try to keep it raw. I don't like editing, so I just record and then stop recording and upload. I don't care about editing, so it is what it is. You know, some people like the little intro stuff and then the outro, getting these little videos and these songs in there. I just don't have the time for it. I value my time. See, the most important reason I started doing this was time freedom, and you know, things that take my time, I get away from it. Like, for instance, this chat room, I have this chat room. I've had it for a while now, and I try to help everyone out. I try to let people know what's moving, but at the same time, it's starting to be time consuming for me. And then, sometimes I do take losses, and I might call something out, and then the other guys take a loss with me. I mean, we all know that's part of trading. We're all going to take some losses, but sometimes I feel like, damn, they just took a loss because of me. I want people to understand the strategy versus just doing what I'm doing. You have to know what I'm looking at in order to jump in at the right time. Because just look at this. I mean, just look at this. I mean, imagine I call this out. Well, imagine I call this out, I jump in. I always call things out before I jump in, by the way. So I call it out and then I jump in. And imagine if you hesitated and I told everyone that I'm writing this to go time. This is go time. So imagine if you hesitated and then you saw it about to approach go time and you jumped in right here and then it slammed down on you. This is why it's more important to learn the strategy versus um, people's calls. Because just because I'm calling something out doesn't mean you're going to catch it at the right time that I called it out. So knowing what to do is more important than um, someone calling plays out for you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, just tell me what stocks you're looking at. Just tell me where your entries." Like it's not that easy. It's better for you to just learn what to do versus you know taking someone's call. It's just I was always told learn how to fish versus getting the fish. It just makes no sense to depend on anyone. All right. So all right. So don't forget to like, subscribe. I know I always say these are gonna be short, but they end up long. It's just the way it is. Get used to it. All right, guys. Chat with you guys another time.